systems, which version is supported, so that version will be used in the project. Clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So next we shall see why SAP Data Services or advantages of data services. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So the first thing we have to consider why we have to go with data services is data services is SAP's product. Okay, so that is the first thing we have to consider, because SAP is serving around 75% of world's market. Okay, fine. So in the world's market, 75% users are SAP users. Okay, because it is very good in ERP services and data warehousing solutions. Okay, fine. So when they use complete SAP package, okay, so inside that SAP BODS will come automatically. Okay, so it comes mostly free for the user. Okay, so if you have a good ETL tool which is already provided by SAP, so why they will go for another vendor? They will not go for any other vendor, right? They will compulsory go with SAP BODS only. Okay, so that's why this is mostly used in the present market now. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And SAP Data Services can integrate, improve and transform the enterprise data, okay, with less cost, and it can deliver the trusted data very effectively. Okay, fine.
Yes.
So it has the functionality of integrations, okay, and also it has the functionality of data management. Okay, nothing but improving the data. Okay, fine.
Yes. Yes.
So with that, it can also be used in less cost than any other ETL tools. Okay, if you compare ETL tool coming with BW, okay, so instead of using BW ETL tool, you can go with data services, so that will be less cost than BW ETL tool. Okay, and it can deliver the trusted data to the customer effectively and in less time. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And data services is a single product which can provide three solutions. Okay, so what are the three main solutions provided by these data services? Data integration, data quality, and text data quality. Okay, fine.
Yes.
And data services is very cost effective single window application. Okay, so it's completely single window application and very easy to use graphical user interface designer. Okay, so you have only see data services is completely single window application. Okay, so you'll have a graphical user interface designer. Okay, that is called as data services designer. Okay, so through this designer only almost all the work can be done. Okay, only this through this single window application, okay, you can do all the integration, transformation and data cleansing activities. Okay, so let me show how the designer looks like. Okay, so this is where you have to give username and password, and this is where you have to select a repository to log into the designer. Okay, and then you have to provide
the credentials,
password for that repository. See, if you see here, what is the version? 14.2.2. that means 4.2 service pack 2. Okay, clear?
Yes.
So this is how it looks, and if you see, you can see only SAP logo. Okay, till 4.1 you can see both SAP and business objects logo. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how your designer looks like. Okay, you'll have three main windows. Okay, we'll see clearly about this. Okay, so this is the project which consists of different objects. Okay, in which you will do your design. Okay, fine. See, for example, if I open this, okay, so this is where, so this is the object data flow, which consists of your actual sources, transformations and targets. Okay, so through this single window you can perform all the activities. Okay, almost all the activities will be performed very effectively through this designer. Okay, clear?
Yeah. Yes.
So next, the most important thing is SAP Data Services. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. See, for SAP Data Services, SAP is providing prepackaged data solutions called Rapid Match. Okay. So the Rapid Match, or we can also call this as what we can say, rapid data match, okay, or rapid data migration packages. Okay, so which are the predefined jobs. Okay, we call jobs here. Okay, jobs are codes which are developed. Okay, so you have predefined jobs already developed by the SAP, which can be used for any business. Okay, so
we can
you can use them. Okay, so instead of developing, you can directly import those prepackaged solutions and use in your project. Okay, so what happens with that? The designing time will be reduced. Okay, so if the designing time will be reduced, okay, automatically the project will be finished in less time. Okay, so automatically the cost will be less for the user, right? Fine.
Yes.
The main thing any user thinks about is economical thing, right? Cost should be less for him. Okay, so for data migration, so this is the main asset. Okay, you will have rapid data migration, we call it as rapid data migration, for which you will have predefined jobs developed by SAP. Okay, you will directly import them and you will change your source, you will change your target, and you will just apply the logics according to the requirement of the user. Okay, you will not do any development in between. Okay, clear?
Yes. Yeah.
So next main advantage thing is SAP Data Services provides secured multi-user environment. Okay, and single window code migration throughout the landscape. Okay, so landscape, see, any project will have landscape. Okay, which is the suggested environment for any project by IT. Okay, so in landscape basically you'll have three types of systems. You'll have development system, you'll have testing system, and you'll have production system. Okay, so you have to move code from one system to another system throughout the landscape, right? Fine.
Yes.
So for that, SAP Data Services has an easy way called as code migration using single window. Okay, so using single designer, you can migrate code from one system to another system directly. Okay, so there is no need of logging into different systems and working in different designers for different type of systems in the landscape. Okay, so that we will see when I explain about code migration. Okay, and it has a secured multi-user environment technology. Okay, so you have to share your code between your colleagues or between your project members, right? So that should be secured thing. Okay, you cannot easily give to everyone to look at your code, right? So only specified number of users, or only users those who have access should see your code. Okay, for that you should have a secured multi-user environment. Okay, so this is also provided by SAP Data Services. Okay, clear? Fine. And the other important thing is SAP Data Services supports ELT concept by default. Okay, so ELT is nothing but extracting, loading, and then transforming. Okay, that means you are extracting from the source, loading, and then applying the transformations. Okay, so what is the advantage of this technology is, okay, the operations can be performed by the underlying database itself if ELT can be performed. Okay, so ELT concept is, instead of uh, happening load on your data services system, okay, those loads should be happen on the underlying database system. Okay, that means the operation should be performed by the database system instead of data services system. Okay, that means when the load is not happening on data services system, the performance will be high and it will be optimized solution for your code, right? Whenever,
Okay, like the
yeah, that means, see, what we'll do is, here we are optimizing the code. How we are optimizing? We are optimizing the code by pushing operations to the database side. Okay, that means, so instead of what we can say
like
is,
what you're saying is like we can cut down the performance issues, right?
yeah, that's what we are improving the performance, like optimizing the performance is nothing but improving the performance of the code or the job, okay, by making the operations to be performed by the underlying database itself, not by our
In the data.
BODS. Okay,
Yes.
fine. So that means the load is not happening on BODS system. So because of that, what happens, your job will be
Done in data services.
having
side
a
only. I mean,
the performance of the job will be more. Okay,
Yeah.
clear?
Yeah. Yes.
So
Exactly.
further we have to see, ELT concept is nothing but pushing down the operations to the database. Okay, so this is supported by default, okay, by SAP Data Services. That means it tries to push each and every operation to the database system itself. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So if it cannot push to the database system, those operations will be performed by the data services itself. Okay, even though we can use some other techniques to push down these operations to the database itself. Okay, fine.
Yes.
So if it is not pushing by default, we will use some technology or we will use some logics to push down those operations to database system to improve the performance of the code. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So this is the main advantage of data services. Okay, so like this we have many advantages of data services which will be you'll be seeing in the coming classes. Okay, so these are the main things to discuss about the data services advantages. Okay, clear?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
So are you clear? So it's a single product which provides 3 solutions, okay, with which you
Yes.
can perform data integration, data management and text data processing, okay, in very less cost, and which delivers the trusted data effectively in required amount of time. Okay, and it's a very cost effective software with single window application and very easy to use GUI designer. Okay, and it can provide prepackaged data solutions called rapid match, okay, which helps to
Cut down the time.
cut down the time and also cut down the cost of the project. Okay, and next it has a secure multi-user environment and single window code migration throughout the landscape, and it supports ELT by default. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So any ETL tool, okay, so it has to perform both ETL and ELT. Okay, then only it is the best ETL tool we can say. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So next thing to discuss is scope of data services in the present market. Okay, so
Yes.
what is the scope of data services? Okay, as I said,
Yeah.
the first scope is SAP Data Services is SAP's product. Since SAP is serving 75% of world's market, so there is much more scope of data services in the market at present and in the coming future. Okay, Fine.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
see, if they are using SAP solution, compulsory they have to move the data from one system to other system, right? So for that compulsory they need an ETL tool. Okay. So they will not go
Yes.
for another external vendor because we have already best product which can perform those activities, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So in the market, okay, with data services, basically there will be two types of projects, okay, data migration projects and data warehousing projects. Okay, so data migration is nothing but loading the data to SAP ECC from any legacy system. Okay, fine.
Yes.
So it's not a easy thing. Okay, so loading the data from a legacy system to ECC, it's not an easy thing because SAP is a very secured application. Okay, and it has its own standards to maintain the data. Okay, for example,
Yeah.
you want to move data from MS SQL Server database to SAP ECC. Okay, fine. So you cannot
Yes.
directly load to SAP ECC. Before loading, you have to do lot of things. Okay, fine.
Okay.
You have to
Yes.
validate the data. Okay, you have to enhance the data. Okay, and you have to convert the data. Okay, such a way that
Yes.
ECC can allow the data. Okay, that means you have to convert the non-SAP data to SAP standard format.
Data.
Okay, so these all things should be done. Okay, so to perform these
Yes.
things, it takes huge amount of time. Okay,
Yes.
so basically to complete a full SAP data migration project, it will take around easily 1.5 years to 2 years. Okay, so
Okay.
after data services has entered into the market, okay, by SAP,
Yeah.
data migration has become very easier. Okay, because SAP is providing SAP rapid data migration content. Okay,
Okay.
so as we have already discussed about this in the previous slide, so this content will have predefined jobs developed by the SAP. Okay, fine. So you can simply get those jobs, you can use them,
Data.
and you can load the data to SAP ECC. Okay, so because of this
Yes.
content, the designing time will be reduced. Okay, that means see, in any project you'll have designing time. Okay, so that is the crucial part which takes around 6 to 7 months, right? So with this what
Yeah.
happens, those 6 to 7 months is cut down. Okay, so because of that the project can be completed very fastly than the required time, and because of that the cost also will be less. Okay, because reducing the time is directly proportional to reducing the cost, right?
Yes.
Fine. So that's why
Yeah.
any data migration project, okay, so they will use only SAP Data Services. Okay, so SAP Data Services is also called as data migration tool. Okay, so which is introduced mainly to perform SAP data migration. Okay, and it's very easy than conventional methods which were used previously. Okay, those methods were LSMW methods and BDC methods. Okay, those two are some programming parts which were used by SAP ABAPers. Okay, so after SAP Data Services has come, data migration activity is completely handed over to the SAP Data Services only. Okay, fine. So here you will perform in complete graphical way. Okay, and very easy to understand way. Okay, so there is no such things like writing programmings and seeing different screens and everything. Okay, clear? So this is become very easy and very faster when SAP Data Services has come to the market. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
And coming to data warehousing projects, okay, so in this basically SAP BW and SAP HANA will involve. Okay, so data warehousing is nothing but where you will model multi-dimensional objects and you will generate reports on them. Okay, clear? Fine. So here basically in BW, so BW is an application which is the combination of modeling, ETL and reporting tools. Okay, so in BW you'll have three tools. You'll have modeling tool. With that you will model a data warehouse. Okay, fine. So ETL tool which helps to perform transformations, and reporting tool, okay, which helps to generate reports. Okay, from 7.3 version what happened is SAP BW has direct integration with SAP BODS. Okay, so till 7.1 sorry 7.0, okay, previous version of 7.3 is 7.0 and before that was 3.x. okay, till those versions BW doesn't have a direct integration or direct source system for BODS. Okay, so we would use external type of source system. From 7.3 they have directly integrated or they have provided direct source system for data services. Okay, the main reason of providing direct source system is to replace BW ETL tool with BODS. Okay, so from BW 7.3 version in any project, okay, if they are using BW 7.3 version to perform transformations, they will not use BW ETL tool, they will compulsory use BODS. Okay, so that means in any BW project in the coming future BODS will involve. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
And in SAP HANA, okay, so SAP HANA is recently came into market, okay, 2 years back. Okay, fine. So to load into SAP HANA or to extract from SAP HANA, okay, so the best tool or the tool which is mostly used is SAP Data Services only. Okay, fine.
Okay.
So because see in the coming future SAP HANA is widely used, okay, will be widely used. So to move the data to SAP HANA or to extract the data, okay, mostly in any SAP if a project has to be there with SAP HANA, compulsory BODS will involve in that project. Okay, so in BODS a new tool from 4.0 was introduced, new component is introduced called SAP BODS Workbench. Okay, fine. So this is mainly introduced for SAP HANA. Okay, the property of this or the feature of this component is data replication and data migration. Okay, so it was completely introduced for data replication and data migration. Okay, so data replication is nothing but simply replicating the data as it is from one database system to other database system. Okay, fine. So you have a case where you have to migrate 500 tables from one database system to other database system as it is. Okay, so if you use SAP Data Services Designer, so you have to drag and drop each and every table, you have to put a transformation and you have to put the target database system table and then load. Okay, that means you have to do these design 500 times. Okay, but if you do with Workbench it becomes very simpler. Okay, what you have to do is you have to simply select the tables which you want to replicate and click on replicate. Automatically those tables will be created in your target database system. Okay, so the human work is completely reduced and automated with the help of Workbench. Okay, so this is mainly used for data replication and data migration. Okay, fine. So in the coming future SAP BODS is used mostly, okay, because for data migration projects SAP BODS will be involved, and if any for the BW projects BODS will be involved, and SAP HANA also BODS will be involved. Okay, so not only with SAP, BODS is also used in the present market for non-SAP systems also, because of its very easy to use GUI application and very easy to very easy integration with all the systems. Okay, it can integrate very easily with any non-SAP system and any SAP system. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
So that is the scope of data services in the present market and future market. Okay, clear?
Yeah. Yes.
So clear about this? Complete?
Yes, okay.
Data services? Okay, fine. So